So today I want to go over the top 5 myths and legends, if you will, that your teacher probably tells you. Now, it's not like it's a flat-out lie. Some teachers don't know, don't realize, don't agree with me, but in my experience, these things are just not true. Number 5 is that size doesn't matter. Okay, why is everybody doing testosterone boosters and steroids and hitting the weight room all the time? Oh, you know, it's a medical thing. No, it's not. If you are bigger and you are stronger, you fight better. That's the way it goes. Bigger people always beat up smaller people. That's why we have the martial arts. So being bigger, being faster, stronger, all that stuff is definitely a plus. Does that mean that as somebody that's older or smaller that you can't win? No, it doesn't mean that. We're going to come back around to that in a minute. But for the most part, size certainly matters. Okay? 15 pounds of pressure will break the knee. That's one that's more for strikers, but it does kind of work for grapplers since we're breaking arms and legs a lot, in theory. Objectively, that's probably true, and scientifically it can probably be proven. But the problem with it is people teach it as if people are just losing their kneecaps all the time. And sure, maybe you're older and you have bad knees, or grandma or grandpa's older and they have bad knees, but let's look at the UFC. Why is it that people aren't kicking each other in the knees and that knee just isn't flying off the cage? Why is the cage just not full of kneecaps? Because it's not that easy to break a knee. Now, if you kick somebody straight on that knows how to fight and their knees are bent, it's going to hurt. They're not going to enjoy it, but it's probably going to hurt you too because that bone hurts. Now, if you kick at the right angle, you turn the foot the right way, you can break the knee. It's not so easy to do on the fly. You might be able to get to the side of them and break it or something like that, but it's just not kick it and their knee falls apart. That's not going to happen. So it falls into the myth and legend category. Number 3 is equal and opposite reaction. This is one that was also told to me a lot, which is that the harder you pull with one hand, the faster the other hand comes out. And I used to always believe that, thinking about when, you're gripping somebody and you're trying to pull and get kazushi, or when you're pulling to throw a punch, they would always say, well, the harder you pull this hand back, the faster that hand goes forward. That may have some nugget of truth, but honestly and scientifically, equal and opposite reaction is the harder that one force pushes against another force, the harder that one's going to push back. So for instance, if I bounce a ball, the harder I bounce the ball, the higher the ball is going to bounce because it's going to hit the earth and the earth hits the ball. So when I punch, I'm actually pushing into the ground, and the harder I push off the ground, the harder my hand is going forward. So I'm actually hitting somebody with the planet. When I go to pull somebody when I'm grappling, I push off my front foot or I push off my back foot, and I actually get pulled down because the planet pushes back into me. So that's equal and opposite reaction. It's not the harder you twist, the faster you go. I don't know. But that's number 3. Number 2 is there's always someone bigger. Matt, you just told me that size doesn't matter. Well, this is one that people always tell you, and the reason I don't like it is because it just knocks you straight off the peg. Because people, as you're coming up, somebody will go, well, there's always somebody bigger, there's always somebody better. Stop believing this. It's a myth. It's a legend. Nobody has ever tested themselves against everybody on the planet. You can't just say there's always somebody better. Yes, somebody's luckier. Yes, somebody just happens to be in better shape on one day than the other. Yes, somebody just happened to, but we're all a combination lock, okay? Maybe somebody's stronger, but you're smarter. Maybe you're smarter, but they're faster. Maybe you just slipped. Maybe the planet wasn't aligned. There are so many factors that go into a fight that have nothing to do with, well, there's always somebody better. So how much you know doesn't always determine the fight. How good you are at one technique doesn't always determine the fight. So the reason I'm putting this on the myth and legend scale is because it's just a way for people to make you feel like less of a person. Maybe they don't mean to do it, but that's what it does. So there's always somebody better, or there's always somebody bigger. Put that in the category, okay? So the last one is you have the best style. Now, this one's going to cause a lot of people to get upset with me because jiu-jitsu is the superior style, or grappling is better than striking, or taekwondo is better than karate, or blah, 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 blah. And I know the answer will be, well, this dude just doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, I've been through about 7 styles, and I fought with people in just about every other style, and I have a pretty good idea. I've been the corner man in ring fights. I've been the guy that they've beat up for 6 to 12 weeks before their fight. I've been the trainer. I've been the fighter. I've been all those things. So I'm not just coming from a guy that does karate position, okay? Nobody's style is the best style. I've seen taekwondo guys that we always made fun of when I first started karate because taekwondo is no good. I've seen taekwondo guys beat karate guys. I've seen taekwondo guys in the cage do great. I've seen karate guys do great in the cage. I've seen boxers do great in the cage. I've seen everybody do great in the cage. I've never seen a superior style, and neither have you. People are always changing and evolving. Style is marketing. Come here, we're the best, pay for this, we'll give you a fancy that. It's all marketing. You don't have the best style. It's all about you. It's all about the person. Keep training, keep evolving. Good luck to you. I hope this helps, and I hope I didn't offend you, but I hope I enlightened you. Have a good day. Springfield Karate and Fitness. Keep training.